I don't know if I'm gonna get any type of backlash from this video, but I want to make this video today because it just has to be said, man. Arizona drivers are arguably the worst drivers I have honestly ever seen. Now, I've been to multiple states, okay? I'm from the States, all right? I haven't been to any different countries, like no Canada, no Mexico, no Australia, whatever. But I've been to California, I've been to Texas, I've been to, those types of states, right? And I can safely say Arizona is probably the worst place when it comes to drivers. Now, driving in Arizona is very, very easy and very simple. All the roads are so similar and they're all the same. It's just straight up and down. Like there's no, you know how in California, right, where there's like this curve on the freeway, we have to do like a 360. There's nothing like that in Arizona. You just merge in, right? But even with the easier roads and stuff like that, people still tend to be stupid on the road. And not only that, I've also been watching a lot of idiots in cars type videos on YouTube. They've been popping up. They're actually like pretty entertaining. They're not entertaining because of the cars crashing. They're entertaining because like it generally questions me sometimes. How are people this bad at driving? Driving is something that's very, very simple in my opinion. It's just like riding a bike, man. Now, if you're a grown man, like I've been seeing some videos as well, like 20, 21-year-olds, 22, 23-year-olds are saying, yeah, I'm never gonna get my license stuff. Like, bro, just drive. You know what I'm saying? Like, just drive. And I get it. You probably have a lot of anxiety and stuff. And when I first started driving at 19 years old, I didn't get my license until 19. I didn't. Because 16, 17, I was riding the bus, right? From high school back to my house. So I was riding the bus. I didn't really need a license. Plus, I didn't have a car. Until I was 17, then I got a car. But I just never got my license because, as I said, not only did 2020 hit, and I feel like I would have maybe got my license before then. But 2020 hit. But also, I was riding the bus, man. There really wasn't no reason for me to get into a car. And plus, my job was kind of down the street because I used to work at a movie theater, right? So I used to just walk to my job every day. So I didn't even get my license until I was 19. And I used to have somewhat driving anxiety, when I first started driving because it's crazy. Like, your car is like a lot smaller than what you think. Like when I first started driving, I thought my car was like a freaking semi, Like when I tried to squeeze through places, like I was like, dang, man, like, I don't know if I could fit, even though I could clearly fit. My parking is terrible. And even still to this day, my parking is still a little questionable. But hey, if it's in the lines, then it's all good, man. That's kind of how my rule of thumb is. But yeah, other than like parking issues, I feel like my driving is pretty solid, man. I've been driving for 2 years at this point. As I said, I got my license at 19. And to the people that still haven't got their license, that are over the age of 20, bro, it's time to get your license, okay? Put the anxiety away and just drive. Okay, like you don't want to be one of those people that always have to rely on rides and stuff like that. That's terrible. That's a terrible feeling. Now, if you don't have a car, I get it. That's different, But if you actually have a car, if you could buy a car, could go get a car, but you just don't have a license, then I don't know what you're doing, okay? And not only that, I don't understand how people are so bad at driving. I just don't understand, especially in Arizona too. How are you trash at driving in Arizona? How is that possible? The biggest reason, in my opinion, why Arizona drivers are so terrible is because they're too impatient. Oh my gosh, there's so much times I've seen the road where people are going like 65, 70, borderline 80 plus in a 45-mile-per-hour zone. Like I'd be driving, right? I'd be going pretty fast too. I'm not gonna lie with you. Listen, all the cops watching this video, you can't lie. Everybody speeds, okay? I'd be going like maybe 53 on just the road, like a 53, 50, 53, like just grooving, right? Just chilling, blasting the music, of course. And there's someone that just speeds by me every time going like 65, 70. Like, bro, like calm down, like this isn't a race. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's the biggest reason why people are so bad at driving in Arizona. It's just people are too impatient. They don't wait for anything. They always try to merge in, and they try to fight, twist and fight for like the little spots and stuff like that. And it's just like, bro, calm down. And I get it. If you're in a rush, then maybe you should have left the house sooner. How about that? You know what I'm saying? But there's so much times where I've seen almost accidents. I never actually saw an accident on the road before, which is a good thing. I hope that never happens to me because accidents are very scary and it's a pretty bad thing. But with watching those types of videos on YouTube and with me almost seeing accidents, there were times, yes, I almost saw accidents on the road. It's just like, bro, people are just way too impatient. And what's the worst part is that sometimes when people do left turns, right, instead of just actually ripping it and putting the gas, they like stop. Like I've been seeing some of these videos too where people like stop on left turns and stuff. Like, bro, just let it rip, man. Like you're already taking the chances and the probability of you making it is pretty low, so why not just step on the gas and pray? Like literally, I just don't understand that too. And it's just some people's reaction time is generally frustrating. And there's two types of drivers here in Arizona, okay? You have somebody that goes 80 miles per hour in a 45-mile-per-hour zone, and then you also have somebody that goes like 25 miles an hour. It's just there's no borderline base middle. It's either you're going extremely above the speed limit or extremely below the speed limit. And also, one more thing about Arizona, man, Arizona driving is that the construction is absolutely ridiculous. There's so much times when I'm driving, right, and there's always construction. Like, okay, I have to go through this and that, and there's just so much traffic, and people are mad at you. People are tailgating you like crazy. There's times on the road people are tailgating me like crazy. Like, I'm trying to keep my distance, right, and people are still like trying to pass by and stuff like that. I've never been honked at. I probably have been honked at before, maybe, but I'm usually the one that almost does the honking. I don't do the honking because I find honking really just annoying, unless somebody actually doesn't go when it's a green light. And there's times that I happen. There's times where I honked, you know, because someone didn't go in a green light when I'm trying to make it. Because sometimes the lights in Arizona too, man, just it takes forever, or it goes by fast. You know what I mean? And the red light takes forever. That's just how it is. But for the most part, people in Arizona just don't know how to drive for the most part, man. And you could say whatever. You could say, oh, Daniel, this and that, but you know I'm speaking facts. Okay, Arizona drivers are borderline terrible, and I'm having no shame in saying it, man. Now, how can they get better? Well, just be more patient on the road, man. Okay, like no one's just gonna stop for you. No one's gonna be like, hey, you know, like just go past me, whatever. Like no one's gonna stop for you, man. All right, just drive normal, you know, drive regular. Don't be speeding in and out of lanes, and just don't be acting like a fool on the road, man. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to what you're doing, you know. And don't just be speeding off speed limits and stuff like that and going crazy. And what I've been seeing from these videos too across the world, people just, man, like I just don't know how some of these people got their license, you know, like people just been running red lights, you know, distracted drivers. It just sucks to see, man. It's really sad to see like a distracted driver, you know. I feel like that's one of the worst ones, but at the end of the day, you know, driving really isn't that hard of a skill at all, and if you just practice it more, you'll be good. And also, some of these people need to get their license revoked, and Arizona drivers just need to calm down a little bit. You know, people are just trying to speed through everything, and then, you know what's so funny, right, is that when people do stop for you, and you take a little bit of time, right, because there's sometimes when you're trying to take a left turn, but there's like two, three lanes, but one lane's like absolutely blocked off, and like you're just trying to look to see, and then the other car gets mad at you because you're like trying to make sure that you don't get hit, you know. It just doesn't really make any sense. So yeah, it's pretty important. Yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. There really isn't too much to talk about, so I just want to talk about Arizona drivers because, man, sometimes it's just super freaking annoying. Drop a like, subscribe if you're brand new, follow my socials, Twitter and TikTok and everything like that. And yeah, it's been your boy Daniel. See you guys in the next one. Peace out.